Quick hits before your coffee cools. Borussia Dortmund plus 1.5 at minus 150 at Manchester City. St. Louis at Washington over 6 goals at minus 10. Jaylen Brown under 25.5 points at minus 22. And yes, yesterday was a cold bath. 0-3, down 3.06 units. Liverpool flipped the goalkeeping thesis with a 61st minute header. Carolina's patched blue line somehow looked bespoke, and Harden decided buckets were more fun than dishes. No bad beats, just clean L's. That's variance. It hums like elevator music until you notice the doors have opened and you're already on the next floor. Let's start at the Etihad. The market is charging a Holland tax again, and everyone's paying it like it's a cover charge for a club they can name drop later. We're not buying a blowout narrative when the data points to a one-goal magnet. 3 of the last 4 City-Dortmund Champions League meetings ended 2-1 City. That's not mysticism. That's margin of victory geometry against a top-tier opponent. Dortmund's defensive process has tightened. They travel with their shape, and they don't need heroics to cash plus 1.5. They just need to be structurally boring for 90 minutes. Meanwhile, City have Liverpool in 4 days, which encourages game state management once they're ahead. Guard the 1-goal lead. Don't chase a second for Instagram. We're also fading the pundit choir warming up to a comfortable City canter. If you're picking City 3-1 or talking up a Holland brace as if it's pre-scheduled, you're staring at the superstar and missing the scaffolding of the match. That's how you end up paying $100 for a $50 bill and calling it value. We'll take the goals in our pocket and Dortmund plus 1.5 at minus 150. To DC Blues at Caps total 6. You've probably seen a few Under sermons citing Washington's low event games and St. Louis struggling to score. Cute story. Here's the problem. St. Louis's penalty kill has been a glass floor. When your shorthanded unit is leaking, totals jump a level because mediocre 5-on-5 offense doesn't matter if whistles put you into structured special teams chaos. Add in early season goaltending wobble on the Blues' side and a Capitals blue line getting a body back that moves pucks north with pace, and you've got something our friends in the Just Bet the Under camp forgot. Special teams and rebound control are gasoline and a match for totals. Washington doesn't need to be the 1984 Oilers. They just need to drag St. Louis into mistakes and force scrambles. Yes, there are picks out there advising the under like it's a low-stress yoga class. That analysis treats recent final scores like destiny and ignores the termites, penalty kill, and rebound goals that actually eat houses. We'll be in the over 6 at minus 110 row while they meditate on sample size. Finish at TD Garden, Jaylen Brown under 25.5 points at minus 122 versus Washington. This is where math outruns the posters on bedroom walls. The spread is a fat minus 12.5. That matters because fourth quarter air gets thin for primary scorers when a game leans blowout, minutes vanish, usage flattens, and the median outcome drifts under the prop. Brown's headline number around 27 a night is the mean. The distribution is the tell. He has the occasional 30-plus spike, great for highlights, noisy for bettors, but against Washington, the recent head-to-head lines read closer to quiet than crescendo. Also, with Jason Tatum sidelined, many jump to auto-over, as if usage equals points on a conveyor belt. It doesn't. Defensive attention consolidates, and the ball finds open shooters as much as it finds Brown's step-backs. Betting an over just because the best teammate is out is like mistaking a movie trailer for the documentary. Flashy, shallow, and not the story we're actually playing. We'll take the under and let the clock help. Recap the plan: Dortmund plus 1.5 at minus 150, Blues at Caps over 6 at minus 110, Jaylen Brown under 25.5 at minus 122. Model beats narrative, process beats posters, and over time the tortoise still beats the hare, especially when the hare keeps betting headlines.